Is it working? Yes, it is. Okay, now we're live. Man, I really missed recording videos. I have not recorded a single YouTube video for quite some time, bro. So, today's topic is gonna be basically about burnt out. Burnout or burnt out, whatever it calls. And to understand this, because burnout is such a bad thing to go through, as it stop almost all of your progress, business progress, like fitness progress, whatever it is. And I just came to the conclusion because I'm just getting out of a burnout. I have been grinding, working 8 to 12 hours a day for the past 11 months. Just working. Like, I've been in this room for the entire year. Like, on daily. Like, I barely even leave. So, I got a kind of severe burnout. I literally could not do work for a couple of months. Almost 2 months. I just can't sit. I couldn't just sit down and work for some reason, but now I understand and I see the reason why. And it's all about the expectations that you set for yourself. Because getting into this year, I set somewhat high expectations for myself as compared to last year where I made like roughly about $15,000, 15,000 dollars, not 50 in the entire year. So that's like a bit over 1K each month. Sometimes it was lower, sometimes it was higher. Like around that, I never passed 2K a month. Okay, and coming into this year, I was actually by the end, surprisingly, by the end of by the end of 2023, I got a burnout again because I got scammed out of all of my money. Also $700 was lost, and about 4 months of working on a project was all again lost. So I got in the that was like much severe than this. I've gained like a lot of weight, bro. I went from 71 kilos to like almost 90 in 3 months. Like that was bad. That was bad, and I still lost it and gained it again. So pretty much the idea of getting burnt out is basically setting high expectations, and when you don't reach that expectation, you feel bad about yourself, and that's literally what it is. Like, I don't know how else to explain this, but when you get burnt out when you don't match the expectations that you set for yourself. And I think that says a lot. By setting unrealistic expectations and comparing yourself to other people, you literally block your progress and slow down your progress. Like as they say, comparison, comparison is the enemy of joy. Not really. I would say comparison is the enemy of progress because sure it can motivate you and can make you like in the moment feel good about yourself and motivated to do work, but in reality you feel bad because you see people working same hours, even less, and making 10, 20, 100 times more than you. Like this was I had this like earlier this year when I was working with one of my clients. He makes 50 to 100K a month. Like I think right now he's averaging over six figures every month. So he's on the verge of becoming a millionaire, and he's 21 years old. He's older than me by 3 years almost. I think it's around 3 or 4 years. And I'm 19, by the way. I know I don't look like it, but I'm 19. I'm turning 20 very soon, so I have 2 more months when I'll be turning 20, inshallah. So the guy was making when specifically when I was talking to him, he that month made about 80 something thousand dollars, and me sitting there making about $1,000 a month, working 8 hours a day. And when I hop on calls with him, he's literally chilling in the Alps. He was in Switzerland. I don't know how to say the name. And he was chilling, skiing, and bro, like making almost six figures a month, and me sitting there struggling to even make 1K. And like I passed 1K eventually, but I was working way more. Like, bro, I was working 16 hours on average a day for a couple of months where I got like just beat down. My health, everything was like just like crumbling, like woo, like just falling down. And that was such, I mean, I made decent money, but it was such a period of time, such a bad period of time because I didn't take care of my health. I didn't work out. I gained a shitload of weight and become depressed, obviously, when you don't move your physical body, and because you're a physical human being, when you don't move, you get depressed naturally, even if you're making money, and that money will be just spent on bullshit. And that's literally what I did. I literally just spent it on fucking bullshit. I don't even want to talk about it. So, and this literally just got me in the realization of why we get into a burnt out in a burnout and don't feel like working anymore. It's all just setting high expectations and now meeting that expectation in set period of time. And that's literally all what's in like burnt out. So realistically, sure, you wanna have bigger goals, but don't give yourself 1 year to achieve those, big goals. I wanted to make 10K a month. And that was like for me, I was like, oh, it's realistic. I can do it in 6 months. Well, I didn't, and I ended up making less than $0 couple of months. I was in a negative couple of months. And when you rush the progress, you will make no progress because you will gonna like sit in a loop, and you will get stuck there. So and I can blame people, some specifically one guy for this idea, and fucking Iman Gadzi, bro. I used to watch him, not religiously, but I used to watch him on daily basis, and I was following him quite a lot. And he was selling courses, of course, and he was trying to create like the urgency. And he said, "Oh, you have 1 year to do this, or if you don't do whatever, and you will be broke for the rest of your life." And I somewhat believed in it earlier this year. So that's what made me go into the monk mode for almost a year. Like so far, we're over 10 months into it, almost 11 months, over 11 months actually. And it was not good at all. I rushed so many things and stopped many businesses and really fucked up quite a lot of things. Even I generated quite a lot of money, but the revenue was bad because after expenses and everything, you literally just ended up within like less than around the 1K, even less sometimes. And working, like I'm telling you, 1 month I worked like 12 hours, like on average, every single day. When I say work, I don't say like just like random scrolling on Instagram and Twitter. No, I'm talking about working, managing a team, and 4 clients and 8 editors or 7 editors. And I was managing a team, bro. I was going ham 12 hours a day, having calls daily, like delivering, making sure revisions, etc., all of that stuff. And by the end of that month, sure, we generated, I'm not going to say how much we exactly generate, but we did generate quite a lot of money. And after paying all the editors and expenses, fees, taxes, etc., I was left with 730 something bucks. I was like, what? All this work for $700 when I was making it like even working 4 or 5 hours a day, I was averaging 2K. I literally came to shock. I was like, what the? So that was another thing. So I generated quite a lot of money. We generated lots of money, but my take home was very, very, very low. So I stopped that business immediately, dropped the clients, dropped the editors, all of them, and set thinking. Then I like even this year I went through one, two, or three business models, and I'm in the third one right now. So video editing freelancer, then what's called agency model, then coaching program, and I'm currently working on the coaching program. And I think I'm stuck in what's it called? I was reading actually this book. Where's the book? Let me just show you. I was reading this book, The Mountain Is You. I think it might be flipped for you guys, but it's The Mountain Is You. And in chapter, he was speaking about uprooting. Uprooting is basically when you jump from you get like stuck in the what's called, not the time, but basically get stuck in a recycle stuff where you like, I don't know how to like fully explain it, but basically you want to do things over and over again, and you love the growing something part, not making it successful, but just growing it then leaving it, growing it then leaving it. So never taking fruits the out of the business. And I've seen myself doing it quite a lot. Like I've jumped from so far 6 or 8 businesses in the last like 2 years. I was YouTuber, full time YouTuber, making a couple $1,000s a month to be honest. Then website, somewhat of a business, so running websites and ads. Then tried dropshipping, and what's the other one? I forgot the name. Copywriting. I tried copywriting, then freelancing, then you know agency, then coaching program. So I jumped through quite a lot, and I did figure out how to make them make money, but I never got to the point where I can actually make more or a lot of money from it. So I would figure out. I know how to like start anything, and I can learn like how to make money from whatever it is in a couple of months, and I can generate a couple $1,000s from it. And the reason why is I learned and actually like master, not master to be honest. I cannot say I master it, but I'm very familiar of the process of learning something new and like mastering it. Not literally like to the level of being a master at it because it takes time, but getting to a level where you can make money from it. And that will be in a short time, like 1 to 2 months. And that's the same thing. I applied it like it's surprised. It's funny, bro, because I applied this idea on many businesses, and I did manage to make quite a lot, no, like not a lot of money, but good money from like short period of time when I just got into it. Like for example, recently freelancing, coaching, and agency. So freelancing within 2 months from zero to $3,000 a month. 2 months, bro. 2 months from getting zero, about following Twitter and etc. And like I figure out things so fast because I understand how to learn, and that is a skill which I highly recommend you to learn if you trying to like develop yourself. And I'm still in a position where I am broke. I'm still broke. I'm like the past 4 months I made $0. I actually got in debt. So it's like stupid. I could have made money, but when you get in a burnout, you literally cannot do shit, and you just feel demotivated all day long, and you just waste time. So, and that's all because I set high expectations for myself, and realizing it from now on, I'm setting a 5 year plan. Even like I know I have no security to live for 5 years, but you just set lower expectations. Not like the goal is the same, but instead of like having this massive wall you need to climb, you're just gonna like split it in 4, 5, 6 years instead of 1 year to climb this huge wall. You know, and you're just gonna split it into like what's the word? Like for the piece of bread, of course, there's big. If you have a big piece of bread and you want to eat it, you cannot just bring it all, like put it through your mouth. Like you're not gonna be able to bite and eat it, even like even swallow it. So you need to cut it into biteable pieces so you can easily chew it, swallow it, and let the stomach do its thing. So that's the entire idea. Don't swallow the bread. Cut it into biteable pieces and eat it. And that's literally how you can make good progress and keep up a good, level of not emotions, but hope and desire to work and actually go hard. And like bro, that changes everything for me right now. Because same thing for gym, losing weight, building muscles. I've got in the gym. I can go for 3, 4, 5, 6 months going to the gym, but when you don't see progress, because you set unrealistic progress, and it is possible to do like the body you want, it's possible to get, but you set unrealistic time, and that is the problem. That's the biggest problem. We are rushing ourselves, bro, to do things so fast. Like that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Losing weight takes a lot of time. And sure, you can go for 3, 4, 5 months, and you will lose weight. You will be better. But when you see yourself, oh, I still have not got abs in 6 months of working out, you get, bro, so like demotivated, and you just like don't want to work anymore. You don't want to go to the gym anymore. But you're doing great progress, and you don't see it because you see other people. Comparison. Here we go again. Comparison. You see other people doing better than you and already have five abs. I was gonna say 5 abs, but they already have abs and they're like fit and etc. And that is the problem, bro. The goals are not the problem. Unrealistic goals are actually possible, and I believe they're possible. But the time they need to be, they take, they will take you to achieve is unrealistic. And that's the conclusion. If you want to achieve your goals and keep going on a steady rhythm and never, stop and leave it and, just fail, you have to set a realistic time for your unrealistic goals because they are possible. I believe they're possible. Whatever you want, it is possible if you keep doing it for long enough. And that's some of like the mental, what's belief or whatever it's called, like limiting belief. And that's one of the limiting belief that I had for for as long as I remember, because I've been going to the gym consistently, quitting here and there for 5 months, and I barely made any progress, and I even worse than I started because I set unrealistic time, and you don't like that's the problem, bro. When you realize, like, bro, how stupid I am, and that's literally the video for today. I'll be recording, this type videos from time to time, but I'll be mainly focusing on freelancing and the money aspects of freelancing and etc. So we'll be making niche down videos from now on. Maybe even, I don't know, creating what's called recaps. Not recaps. What's the word? Like explaining books basically that I read, because I this is my first book that I have ever read for the past 5 months since I dropped out of school. Because dropping out of school made me hate books, made me hate reading. So I have not touched a single book for 5 years, bro. And this is the first book. It was my brother's, my older brother, and it was laying around in the garage. And I was just like, oh, the mountain is you. It sounded interesting. I had no idea what it was about until I started reading it. Then I read the title. I was like, very interesting. I actually need this right now. And this helped me realize things. And I would recommend you to start reading books, bro, if you're broke. Because I've been doing pretty good on decent progress learning by my own. But the problem with that, again, it takes a lot of time because you have to do your own mistake, realize what was the mistake, and realize what was the lesson from the mistake. And these books and people experience, mentors, coaches, whatever, this save you a lot of time. So they were the investments, bro. I just ordered $100 worth of books, which I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I have $200 left in my bank account right now, and I just ordered $100 worth of books. Like I have I have no money to even finish the next month. So yeah, we're gonna be launching the community very soon. It's gonna be 10 to 15 December, so in 15 20 days, and that's inshallah bi'idhnillah we'll do well. I have a full marketing strategy etc. to set up, and that will give us like a good decent monthly income, so I can focus on things that will actually help me better myself. And I'll explain more on it later on in the future. And that's pretty much it for today's video. I wish you, or I wish you have a good night, and see you guys later. Assalamu alaikum.